First of all, it's great that you did this, and I think that's probably had like same ideas behind. But what I want to say, first of all, because it sounds like we're just asking, we don't have any ideas. I think that's totally not the case. So if you look on our program, what we have, we will talk about, I think, in the course of this discussion as well, that we have this idea of free Dutch courses by Dutch students. We have an idea to open...
Something we've already initiated in 2009.
Yeah, but maybe we can talk about this when it comes up. Anyway, I want to just go for it, what you said about online lecturing, because I think it's also something we do, we ask professors as well. So we send also out a lot of postcards and get also replies from professors. And sometimes we get like other results, we get other questions, and that's what I mean. We need I think this continuous, because we always have like bachelor program, we have a master program. So if you have change every 3 to 2 years, or like 2 to 3 years, people really changing here. So it's also like who is here and who is not here. So we should assess it the entire time and get like really current ideas. And just to say, for example, right now, I'm also in favor of online lecturing. That's what you know. I think when I joined one of the DOPE meetings not that long ago, I asked around who's the guy here for online lecturing, because I have the same idea. So I think that's why we don't talk about something different here. And I also don't see it like that strong in the program. Anyway, I think, if I look at all the postcards I just looking through, I never found this point. Still, I think it's really important, we should go for it. But that's something, here we come to where the informations come from. And I think it's still important that we're always open for the people, that we go around, we ask everyone in an easy way, which is not like spamming people, but like be open for it and show we are open for ideas.
But if you're going to be part of the university council, it also means structure. It means that if you start doing things now, implementing plans, you have to follow up on these plans for multiple years. And you can't just say, well, the students changed their minds or they think something else is important, we're going to drop this. You need more structure, and that's what I'm missing when I look at your election program. There are some interesting ideas, some ideas which have already been trialed and tested, but I'm missing structure and a certain vision of where you want to go.
Maybe just one really short reply. We are now running for 1 year, guys. It's 1 year we have time. And that's what I'm looking for. All the projects I proposed for 1 year time. Because the thing is, we're looking, as you know, you can rely on that DOPE and Novum just like put around the seat every year so that you have like kind of this continuity. But I'm looking for like a polarity where it's not like that clear that you get in. It's something open, it's fresh. The best guys, the best people, they get in. So that's what I'm looking for. And if I'm looking here, I think we should look on 1 year. And what we brought up, we have now 4 topics we're working on. All those 4 projects you can bring in 1 year. I can ensure it's possible. If you help us, if Novum helps us, if you help us, everyone helps us. So if we get in, we will do this. And then we're continuously open for getting more ideas. But already our program is fixed for 1 year. And we can add stuff, but the 4 year, it's full.
No.
Yeah, I would like to respond on that. So you want to only focus on this year, only on short-term solutions then, or?
I'm not like just for short-term, but I think it's my responsibility to look on short-term right now.
Okay.
And short-term is also sustainable.
Because we as
don't mix it up.
Because we as Novum want to look not only for short-term solutions, but also for long-term solutions. Because being at the university, we not only have to look for the solutions for next year, but also for maybe prospective students, students who go into the masters, students who have to stay here for six years maybe sometimes, for medical students, for instance. So we should also look not only for this year, but also for next year and coming years. So continuity is definitely something we should look into. And not only look at short-term solutions, but what's going to happen in the future. What do we want to achieve not only next academic year, but the year after? Some projects like the International Classroom have been running for 2 years now, or even longer, and are still running. And those have to improve and have to get better, but still those are things we want to improve in the coming years and the years after. Not only short-term, but also long-term. It's very important for a university, I would say.
You wanted to say something?
I just wanted to respond to my colleague from Novum that the long run starts today.
Yeah.
If you do not make decisions today, as sometimes being in the long run projects, dreaming about them, but not doing the actions today, you do not get anything in the long run. Or you get so little that nobody sees the result. So we need a result today. You can talk about future plans, dream about it, but if you do not do anything today, there's nothing.
Completely agree with you. That's why we've been getting results for the past 25 years already.
I would say maybe 23, I would agree. For the past 2 years, you are losing these results. And you can see that from the result that we have 4 candidates, not 2 anymore.
Okay, I'm going to the audience also. I'm going to involve the audience. Thank you. And I'm going to get water. Who in the audience would like to ask a question on priorities here, about education as the top priority? Yes.
Yeah, actually, I heard that you want to strive for de-bureaucratization. I was really wondering, in what respect, to what extent you deem this university to be bureaucratic on a scale of 1 to 10 compared to other universities. Why you think this is actually the case? And how you think you can improve it, because of course this is a managerial problem which we all get educated on in this house or university, but I would love to hear your opinion on all 3 points.
Yes, thank you that you're allowed to present my program by this question. So it's very clear. On the scale, I would say that is 7, and that's not good. I was working with the Lithuanian government a few years ago.
7 as in bad, or as in?
As bureaucratization by 10. I was working with the Lithuanian government a few years ago, and when our party stepped into the government, we had huge problems with losses of documents, inefficient work, people not getting answers from the officials. And we have this here, my dear. It is so, and it's very pity that you haven't noticed that. DOPE as an organization that lives for 25 years, not solving this problem, that's an issue, you know. And very clear.
Can you give an example?
Yes, of course, losses of documents in the admission office. I gone this process myself. I know many people that has gone through it, and actually by pointing this out, I got many letters stating that we had the same situation. Actually, Maastricht University is losing many Baltic students by not working efficiently in this respect in the admission office. The responses of the institutions of Maastricht University signed by admission office, front office, says nothing. What we did in Lithuania, I guess, is possible to apply here. If we can apply it in the state structure, we can apply it in a structure that is much smaller, that is university. It's one signature, one document, one signature. If a document comes into the system of university, it has to be signed by the official that will take the responsibility for it. And through the whole process until it's being until it's going through the university structures, the person has the personal responsibility for the document. And that's very clear. When you have this result, you will never have the losses of documents. Other things.
Is that an answer?
I don't deem it to be fulfilling, actually.
We need a mic, I think. We had a mic here. Oh, people have to go to the mic.
Oh,
yes.
well, I can walk to the mic.
Please walk to the mic.
So actually I started my question with the rate. You said from 1 to 10 on the scale of the bureaucratization. Well, I actually have a big report. I know I look a bit scientific at the moment. We're right in the middle here with bureaucratization. You mentioned Latvia. I think it's a bad example because you have to look at Holland, because I don't know whether you know about
My dear
Dutch...
colleague, it was Lithuania. It was the Baltic states in the bottom. You know.
Thank you for the geographic education. Fair enough. But if you look at the facts, and if you look at 1985, they started deregulation in Holland, and with that, bureaucratization kind of started to disappear. So I was really wondering...
Guys,
why...
you are losing documents.
Yes.
That says everything about it.
How big is this organization? Do you think...
And a state is a small organization, then it's not losing the documents.
And you really think that if you look at bureaucratization, that it's not part of a public institution? Of course it's bad, but I think you're really overreacting. Actually, if you look at the facts, and the facts don't lie, I have the facts.
From where you have the facts, how many documents were lost?
No,
they are not shown, they are lost, my dear.
No, but call numbers, say numbers. Clear examples, not
it's very clear to see, you have to talk with people. That's the problem, that DOPE is looking only at numbers, we are not seeing students. That's the main problem with you.
No. That's not an answer to my question.
Any other, you want to say something?
Yeah, please do. We as Novum do welcome the one signature, one person approach. And we can tell you that we've been working on that with the when it was discussed in the University Council with the MyUM discussion. And we can assure you that there's being worked on that as well. And it's definitely we'll look upon and we will follow up in the coming year as well. So we welcome that approach.